Welcome back to it, Mzansi. Nisabugale nkqubeni nithanda kakhulu lapha eMzansi. It is Ekse right here on Cape Town TV, and I am your host of Youtube Darlings, joined by Q, the Black Rose, and Toko Zile. And our hashtag for today's hashtag Monday Motivation. So go on social media and let us know what are your thoughts this Monday. And we asked you to send them through to us and inspire the whole of South Africa. And you did exactly that. My pardon. This one says maturity comes with experience, not age. Ooh, very smart. This one says, to be somebody nobody thought you could be. The next one saying, a pessimist sees the difficulty in every opportunity. An optimist, however, sees the opportunity in every difficulty. And the last one saying, sometimes I need to go off on my own. I'm not sad, I'm not angry, I'm recharging my batteries. Speaking of things that are being recharged, we do have in studio, guys, I'm so excited about this one. You know, I love my fashion. You know, I love all things beauty, all things fabulosity. And in studio today, we have an entrepreneur who's brought us this fabulous, I feel like I'm doing a TV ad. This fabulous sneaker, and his name is Jean. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Kasi Shoes.
Correct, yes.
Yeah. Tell us about this beautiful brand. I mean, it's beautiful looking at it. I think it's the future of
It is the
sneaks,
future.
right? What is Kasi Shoes? Where did this all come about?
Well, Kazi Shoes is
Just use your mic.
Yes, use your mic.
Well,
Yes.
Kazi Shoes is obviously a independent shoe brand that I created. The idea was actually just to bring like whole of Africa, so to speak, into one sneaker. And the whole idea came about, well, the name Kazi actually came from like the townships in Soweto, because I played a lot of soccer there. So we were always like, Kazi, soccer, Kazi's locals, Lacquer Kazi. And I was like, let me bring something that everybody can relate to.
Okay.
So I was like, I'll bring the name Kazi, and it stuck there, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Lovely stuff. So firstly, is there a size 5? That's my first question. Secondly, when did you start this business, and how did your parents feel when you were like, I'm gonna go and be an entrepreneur now, I'm done with school, I'm leaving that?
Well, to be honest with you, size 5 is unfortunately sold out. The smallest size we have 6, but we are getting stock. Don't worry.
Well, we'll put socks in front, then we'll
Yes,
still wear
yes,
them.
sure. That's a good idea. Yeah, so as I said, there's like a lot of designs coming out. This is only the first one, so we also have size 5 in different colors. So different styles. The whole idea of like Kazi Shoes, like being an entrepreneur, and where the idea came from was, I looked at like in South Africa in general, like how the companies are running, and you know, a lot of retrenchment and unemployment. And I said to myself, I don't want to be reliable on a business for my income. So I said, how can I make a difference in South Africa? And I thought to myself, like, you have to start somewhere, especially when you're young. So I decided, let me just take the risk and go for it. And obviously, when I told my dad about the idea, he was very supportive, as well as like my mom and my family. And I don't know, since then I just advertise it, like I said, last year December. Actually, it's funny, last year December I actually wore the shoes at the waterfront, and people were like, oh, I love your shoes. I was like, okay, maybe I could bring it in. But only like 5 months, like last month, I actually just came up with the idea to try and manufacture it and just to bring it into South Africa. And yeah, it's just from there it took off, I guess, and now I'm here.
So your parents were supportive even though you quit school?
Well, I didn't know what I wanted to study, to be honest with you. I studied in the States for a year and didn't know what I wanted to do. I started with finance, and like I enjoyed it, but then I was like, you know what, I don't want to work for someone. Just the whole idea of just working for someone. And I was like, I rather want to be on entrepreneurship side of life. And a guy called Gary Vaynerchuk in America, he's very much for entrepreneurs, and I kept listening to his podcast, and I was like, why don't I just give it a go? I'm still young before I'm going to regret it. So I just went for it, and now I'm here. And
how has the journey been, like starting your own business?
well,
and
it's really awesome. It is challenging in a sense, is that if you don't have the right foundations in terms of like a store, so people are like very skeptical in terms of seeing you because they don't know who the person is behind the computer or the company. So just trying to get out there is really, really hard, but I think that whole journey's been exciting. Long hours, but I love it. If you work for yourself, you don't care about the hours, you just enjoy it.
So, sorry to disturb you. So you only work by yourself. There's no one else on the team.
No,
that
all by myself. I run my Facebook, I run my Instagram, I run the marketing, meeting people, running around.
Okay.
So
It's impressive.
I mean, we have a very, epic epidemic in South Africa. It's actually quite bad about youth unemployment. It's about 55% currently. Why would you say to young people they should start their own businesses or go in the entrepreneurship route?
Well, as I said, there's a lot of retrenchment happening with big corporates, and I just feel that actually being independent and having your own business should be should be looked at as a positivity, not as
Yeah.
negative. Everybody's
Yeah.
like, you must study, but at the end of the day, look how many people can't get jobs with degrees. So actually, it's very good to try and become independent, and people mustn't look at the finance, say, listen, I need to make this much money because I'm an entrepreneur. Rather
Yeah.
try and get something that people will love, and eventually the finances will fall into place.
Yeah.
And also with my whole idea of Kazi Shoes is I want to bring a lot of people unemployed into employment in a way
Yeah.
of running a brand ambassador program where people can become a brand ambassador for me, and they get a commission for every sales they get, which actually teaches them skills, how to negotiate, how to
Yeah.
get in people, and they also earn a commission. So I mean, from there they learn skills as well, how to be into clients' face, how to
That's beautiful.
basically just grow and become confident in
Yeah.
who they are.
Progressive.
And exactly, and I think that's a problem we have. We don't have that like skillship or internship. I don't
Yeah.
think companies actually want to grow internships in a sense as much as they want to do jobs where
Yeah.
people can learn a skill. And I think skills are more important.
Than the actual
Then-
requirement.
Yes.
That
Definitely.
makes sense.
So how can people get these shoes?
Well, at the moment, I am working on a website, trying to build that. It's obviously a lot of work.
Yeah.
Also, you
Um,
don't have a store where...
No, I don't
you
have a
just
physical
go
store.
and
Everything is word
get
of
it.
mouth at the moment. So people come and see me, and I
Yeah.
just give them the shoes. And obviously, people are a bit skeptical. I'm like, hey, this is me. I've been, so people come. Everything is just collection at the moment, or I do deliver. Obviously, send them my details, and I do ship it to them. So yeah, I mean, that's the way of finding me online. But the problem with online is not many people trust online stores
Yeah.
because they don't know who the people are behind it. So for me, it's just important just get my face out there so people know who I am, and from there you'll build a trust. So.
I mean, I don't know, guys. This is actually, I love this. I've been mopping
want
at the
it.
entire thing. Where did you come up with this, like, with this design and like what
pattern.
other pattern and ideas are coming up next?
Oh, where to start? It's a good thing. So what happens? My dad works a lot in Africa.
Yes.
So obviously in Nigeria and Ghana, and he brings a lot of like, I don't know if you guys seen those traditional T-shirts that they wear.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
And I was like, I love those shirts because of the color. And I was like, why can't I implement it into a sneaker?
Oh my.
So I was like, let me just bring it into a sneaker. And without realizing, I think like a lot of like African countries all have one thing in common: we love our style
Yes.
Yeah.
Very true.
and colors. And I was like, this sneaker would be perfect. So brought out the sneaker, and people loved it. And yeah, and I mean, it is what it is.
And it looks like a comfortable shoe. That's
It
right.
is very comfortable. It's a suede material, and
Okay.
the awesome thing is like no pattern on the side is ever the same. So you are wearing a unique sneaker.
And
how
the
much
price range,
Yeah, I was
yes.
gonna- If
Price
I want
range.
it now,
Buy it now.
let's speak. How much do I get?
How
paid?
much?
A pair goes for 500 rand.
Wow.
Wow.
So I'm trying to keep it reasonably
Yeah.
a reasonable
Wow.
price.
And you source the sneakers yourself and do the designs and all of that.
Yes, yes.
Okay, we're coming.
And,
when is payday?
In terms of sneakers, I've got 130 different types of styles, cuts,
Wow.
looks. I'm even getting high heels for the ladies.
You see now,
Now
you're
you're
speaking my
talking.
language.
Are you
Definitely.
thinking of going into clothing maybe as well?
Everybody's asked me that.
Custom
Yeah.
designs.
Because I mean, we
I
want to
actually
wear
like
those
the name. I
heels.
actually like the
Yeah.
name. I have thought about it, but for now, like my focus is sneakers because I think sneakers is what people
One step
mostly
at a
wear.
time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that one of the challenges is the fact that people don't trust and they're getting the
Yes.
actual exposure. What are some of the other challenges that you faced in just being a businessman to this day?
I think it's a lot of like relying on other people
Yeah.
in a sense, like just the manufacturing, and then there's delays, and then your customers are on your case, like why, like I ordered it, when's it coming,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to tell people just be patient, I'm like a
coming.
one-man
It's
show at the
happening.
moment. I
Coming.
can't. I think that, and just I think just deliveries. I mean, at the moment we don't have a proper e-commerce solution in South
Yeah.
Africa that's reasonable, where you can just send it door to door for a certain rate, and I think that's one of the challenges that I'm facing in terms of delivery or getting my products to clients. So I have to use mostly whatever we have now, and a lot of times like, where's the shoes, or when are they arriving?
What's
I'm trying to say it
happening?
is there,
It's
but
coming.
so there's nothing like from an e-commerce to a consumer communication where they say, listen, your shoes are here, we
Yeah.
can pick it up.
So now
Oh
they know
my,
the challenges.
we
But
have to-
what would you say? What advice would you give them if they want to start their own business?
So we have to
Less than 30
unfortunately
We've run out of
wrap-
time.
run out of
Okay.
time. But this is only 500 rand, guys. So go on to Kasi Shoes across
Go
all
for the
social media
shoes.
platforms and get your pay. If you're a young person and you'd like to get some more inspiration about entrepreneurship, here is a quick insert from the Youth Expo about entrepreneurship. Check it out.
Ekse, who is the outreach officer and in charge of this whole operation. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Firstly, well done.
Thank you. And
This-
thank you so
They-
much.
no, they're interesting. Besides that, I feel like they're relevant to the times that we're living in.
I hope so.
Yes,
I'd
they
like
are.
to think that we fund people who know, who are in touch with, the circle of
You've
people.
hit the nail.
I'm glad. Thank
You've
you.
hit it on
Thank
the
you.
nail. That's what they said. So firstly, I just want to know, in terms of this whole initiative where you have entrepreneurs and you have people funding them and you bring them together, what was the motivation behind this?
Okay, firstly, all of the clients that are here are ones that we funded
Okay.
ourselves from our agency. So we just felt that we needed to give them more exposure than the ones that they're getting like through social media and whatever. I mean, we are lucky enough to be in the Golden
Yeah.
Acres, so they have the platform to come and exhibit and get more clients, get exposure, get exposed to other people who fund more than what we do. So I mean, you're a young person, you're in entrepreneurship, you want every opportunity to grow your business. So why not give them platforms that we also have available to us? So that was the thought behind it.
So we make bread, healthy bread, good for you, and I make different feed bars, healthy bars. So this one here is carob. So carob is another way of having it in a chocolate way, yeah, in a healthy form though. And this one here we have sesame and coconut. And over here we have a mixed seed. There's more that has been finished. There's bread that is also more finished. Over here we have muffins. We also make cheese, cashew nut cheese, sliceable. We make cakes, we make pizza, we make ice cream. So come make your order at Sarah at Go Vegan. You can get us on Facebook as well at Go Vegan. Go Vegan, Go Plant.
Oh yes, and that is how you can get to entrepreneurship. But we've had a guest in studio who's been chatting to us about this fabulous shoes. 500 rand, you guys, at Cassie Shoes across all social media platforms. Thank you so much, Jean, for joining us on the show. We hope that you guys are going to go out and buy these shoes. But let's go to a quick commercial ad break. So, nibona emvani kwenentengi isosi yanithanda apho emakhaya.